beautiful Gemini, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for the end of March right through to the end of April 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. This deck in particular is going to focus on anything that you've been working on as you've been in a single energy, or anything that you need to focus on before you meet new love. And just to let you know, your 11th house is influencing you during this period. Now, the 11th house is your most social part of your chart. So you may feel like getting out there and being a little bit more sociable than usual. Really feeling to connect to your hopes and dreams and wishes, because this 11th house really connects to all that you've been trying to manifest as well. So if you've been feeling a little bit lost in your love life, or you've been feeling a little bit like a hermit, you've been a homebody, you will be influenced, especially by that Saturn energy that we are all being influenced by at the moment. You will be influenced to get a little bit more organized and really start to focus on love in order to bring it in, okay? So during this period, your manifestations are very high. So you're in a frequency of attraction. So it's very important for you to really focus on love during this time and, all that you desire in a person. Now, also your 5th house will take over from that, and that really is all about the pursuit of pleasure. So again, those 2 houses are complementing you at this time, as well as having a full moon in Libra on the 6th of April. This actually enhances romantic developments, okay? So this is a very prime time for you to put yourself out there, whether it's online dating or whether it's put yourself in a situation that is in the community or in a social event, or really take up any of those invitations that come your way in order to find a new energy to connect with. Now, I will see in the Celtic Cross who's coming towards you and how you may meet that person. But for now, we've got driftwood. So again, there's that feeling of being a little bit lost or coasting at the moment. You may feel like all is lost in your love life right now, and you're just feeling like nothing is developing in the way that you're hoping for. It does say go with the flow. Trust where the universe is taking you. Sometimes we have to lose part of ourselves. We have to, really rediscover parts of ourselves in order to be on the right track. If you think about the butterfly, which transforms, the caterpillar goes into the chrysalis in order to evolve and metamorphosize into what it is always meant to become. It doesn't just go into the chrysalis and just take a nap and then wake up with some wings. It actually dissolves into a jelly. So it completely loses its form in order to be rebuilt and then, spread its wings and fly. So I feel like you have been in a very deep self-reflective period where you're doing a lot of personal development work, but you are on the right track and you are headed in the right direction to meet love, okay? Now we do have the letter in a bottle. So that does indicate that you will be messaging someone very new very shortly. Now this person, they could be at a little bit of a distance from you. It could be that they are like half an hour away from you, or, they could be overseas. So please take it as it resonates. I will go deeper and find out a little bit more. But it says your message has been received. So whatever it is you're manifesting at this time, the universe is orchestrating behind the scenes to bring you what you truly desire. And lastly, we've got Portuguese man of war. Okay. And it says here collaboration and teamwork. So I feel you are actually attracting a relationship right now where someone is going to be very balanced, and it's going to be a reciprocal union. Someone who works with you on the union, someone who makes the effort, someone you can trust to be there when the going gets tough in life. You know, a real partner who is there for the good times and the bad. Okay. Now, because I feel a sense that perhaps this person is overseas in some way, or maybe they have connections. You know, Portugal could be a place because of Portuguese men of war. It doesn't have to be, but it's a tenuous link that is coming through a little bit there. So just watch out for that. This person may have some Portuguese heritage in some way, or they may have like a long-term goal to retire in Portugal. So please take it as it resonates. It could even be that you are taking a trip to Portugal, and that's in some way relevant to you meeting a person. But let's get straight to the energy of the Celtic cross to see where you're at and what is coming towards you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Okay, so we've got the Page of Wands. You have a desire to find someone new. Okay, someone who really sparks with you. You're looking for someone with chemistry, because you may feel that there's been a shortage of people who really captures your attention. Even though you may have put yourself on, you know, either dating websites, or you may have tried to put yourself in situations to find love, you may have found that actually there's no one about that really sparks that attention from you, and you're just feeling a little bit lost in the energy. Now we do have a Two of Cups there, so that very explosive energy. We do have a Two of Cups there. So that does indicate that there is love, a union of two people coming together. I just touched it briefly, and they're giving me a song. Okay, they're not giving me the full song, so it'll probably be when I actually pick it up, which I'll do in a moment. So I'll focus on that song in a moment when I pick up that Two of Cups. There's obviously something they want me to give you there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Can you please guide them regarding their you've got love. Ace of Cups coming on in for you as well. So you definitely have a union coming on in. We've got Nine of Swords, and we've got Six of Pentacles. So this indicates that the universe is actually sending you someone new, a gift. Okay, let me just clarify before I move forward. We've got the Justice. So there's a karmic bond between you and this person, like a really... you're meant to meet this new person that's coming on in. It's not a karmic. I just want you to be aware of that. It's not a karmic. It's not here to teach you a lesson. It's a divine union, a soulmate relationship. You have a contract with this person, someone who's honest, open, someone who, the universe feels it's about time that you had a union that... you vibe with at a high frequency, someone who's healthy for you. Okay, now let's get straight to the heart of the matter. This is your starting position. So we've got the Page of Wands here. Now the Page of Wands really does indicate that you've been focusing on your purpose, your true life's calling. And I feel you are trying to take the initiative to put yourself in a situation to meet someone new. You are looking for commitment and fidelity. Okay, and I do feel like your friends support you in your endeavors. They can't understand why you're single or why you've experienced some things that you have experienced in love, but I feel like you're coming out of your comfort zone. Okay, they're actually showing me in the water, before I even go on, they're showing me a round keyhole. That's very unique, a round keyhole. Now either you've got a round keyhole, or you'll see one. It could be a symbol. Or maybe there's a key that's, I've never seen a round key or round, so I don't really know what that would be, but they're showing me a round keyhole. Not a usual typical keyhole, but a round one. And I'm trying to pick up on the energy that they're giving me from that. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. They're showing me it as a gateway to love. A very original and unique person holds the key to unlocking your heart. Okay, so this is someone who is not your typical type. Doesn't mean that there are not aspects that you want in a person, in this new person that's coming on in, but they're indicating this person is very unique, someone that you've never experienced before. This person's very adventurous, they're very kind, loving, they're very funny, they have an incredible sense of humor, this person, incredible. This person will make you laugh into the long hours of the night, is what they're showing me, in a really positive way. You're not laughing at them, you're laughing with them. Okay, I just want you to be clear on that. Now, the Page of Wands, yeah, so look out for a keyhole in the shape of a circle. I mean, I'm going to even look one up online and see if one actually exists. But anyway, now the Page of Wands does indicate that perhaps you've been in a bit of a cycle of, you know, feeling a bit frustrated with your options. You may feel like it's the same old saturated dating scene where no one really sparks your attention, and you are going further afield. Some of you during this period, especially since Saturn is influencing us all, you may feel a little bit more disciplined to actually come out of your comfort zone. Try that new restaurant or that new cafe, or, you know, even try new events within the community, or actually, you know, take up that invitation to something that perhaps you would never normally take up. Because I feel like you're trying to find something new and a little bit more spontaneous in your world. If there's new, like a new, you know, show on, or, you know, a new art gallery exhibition or something, I feel like you're doing something new. Pages tend to bring new energy. And some of you may even have booked a vacation to travel. And I feel that is also a potential for you to meet this new person. Actually, where I see you really meeting this new person is a place where you feel that you are doing something that gives out a lot of energy. So it could be like a hobby where you do something exciting for you, or it could be like down the gym or something athletic, okay, or something, you know, going to the gym, or maybe a sport. I feel like this person is very sporty and outdoorsy. I mean, they're also, you know, the cozy type that wants to settle down and watch a movie, but I really get this person has a real strong sense of adventure, and you meet this person doing something like that, but you're doing something for you before you meet this person. And I feel like they collide, your worlds collide, shall we say, okay? Now also, for some of you, you're already talking to someone new. If that's the case, I just want you to be aware it will lead to a higher level of commitment. There is love here. This develops into something really beautiful, okay? And I feel like you and this person will make a commitment to each other in the long term. So for those of you who have not started to speak to someone new, you will be shortly, okay? This is what's crossing you, the Two of Cups. Now, the Two of Cups indicates that you are attracting a high level of commitment. There is a union headed in your direction, but you may have felt that you have not met someone who gives to a relationship in the way that you do, the effort that you give. So you may have been looking at reciprocity in your relationships and your friendships, and you were learning lessons about standing in your power and standing in your confidence, so that you actually don't give away your power, or you're not always trying to do the heavy lifting in a relationship, and, you know, the other person's just sitting back and enjoying all your efforts. So I feel like you're bringing balance and harmony to your relationships across the board, and this is one of the things that you've been developing as you've been going through self-reflection. Now, some of you may have gone through a separation from someone, because this is the resistance position. So it can mean that you, well, I wonder if that's an omen, because I'm getting really shaky, okay? I'm going to have to ground my energy. So maybe there was a relationship in the past that made you feel like you were uneven ground, or you were walking on eggshells, or you just didn't know where you stood. It was very uncertain energy, and it was not supported. Even though there was love there, it was just unbalanced. And I feel like the person you were dealing with was very they found it hard to, how can I put that? They were emotionally avoidant. They couldn't love you in the way that you needed or desired, shall we say, even though they did love. So some of you may have separated from that, excuse me, that experience, and it's left you disappointed, okay, and maybe even disinterested in love for a while, because I get a sense that you really, with the Four of Swords there that's come out, I feel you've taken your attention off the dating scene for quite some time in order to go through a period of healing, but also rest, you know, finding clarity within yourself, and finding time to take care of your own needs, so that you prepare the way for a healthier relationship, shall we say. But the Two of Cups is coming on in. You are attracting this at this time. You're closing out a cycle of situations that perhaps have led you to feel disappointed in love. There is a romantic union headed in your direction that gives you an opportunity to be with somebody who is looking in the same direction as you when it comes to life, and is on the same page for things that you want in life also. We've got the World card, so I really get a sense here of you completing a goal. Things are coming full circle for you. You've learned a lesson, and that lesson was to have confidence, okay? Also, the Queen of Swords energy there as well well is to be really direct about what you want and to speak up when things are not perhaps going in your favor, rather than letting them sit there so that you feel that they're festering. You know, sometimes when someone does something a little bit annoying, you're like, you know what, I'm just going to let that slide. It's fine. And then, you know, it starts to amplify and you're like 2 months later going, that thing really annoys me. But you know what? I love this person. You know, we all go through that phase of something and then it starts to amplify and amplify. But if it's bad behavior, like someone is either, breadcrumbing you, or someone is, being a little bit more secretive about their life and they're not letting you in, or they find that they just don't have the emotional capacity to allow you in, I feel this time you're approaching love in a different way, where you're like, you know what, actually, red flag, gonna call it, gonna say it, I'm not gonna waste my time. I really get a sense that you're learning to be more direct and not waste time with people who perhaps cannot offer you what you truly deserve and desire when it comes to love. Excuse me. Now, the World card also indicates that this person is from a very different background than you. They could be from either overseas, or some of you are thinking about emigrating. If you're retired, for example, you may be thinking about buying a home overseas, or you may be going traveling, whether you're retired or not. I really get a sense of movement here, but most importantly, I get a sense of balance and closing out cycles that have been perhaps repeating in the past. Now, this could be that you tend to attract a certain type of person or a certain type of situation, or you're looking at your childhood or circumstances that you've experienced in the past that have in some way influenced the way that you operate in love. And although you do not want to revisit past situations, you're closing out cycles, getting closure in those areas so that those energies no longer hold weight or power in your world to influence or sabotage your relationships as you move forward. Okay, so for example, if you had a relationship in the past that left you with trust issues and broke your confidence, you're not allowing those circumstances to influence you in your next relationship. Because when we bring baggage from one relationship into another, sometimes we can punish the new person for the past person's mistakes. And we don't mean to do that, but on a subconscious level, we're acting in fear because we're hesitant and cautious and we're protecting our heart. So it can just happen like organically, even though we don't mean to do it. That just means that there were unresolved issues, but I feel like you're closing those things out right now and you're ready for love. We got a Queen of Swords in the past situation. So I'm just going to, okay, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. The Queen of Swords in the past position is clarified by the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. So this indicates that you're wanting someone who's more mature in their energy. You want something that is sustainable. You've decided, you're being really direct. You're closing your back to the past, shall we say, or you're closing down doors to the past. The Queen of Swords is someone who is very intelligent, so you need someone who is a meeting of minds for you. Also, this is a card of perhaps a past situation has made you feel very detached from love, and you're rediscovering your passion and wanting to take the initiative again to find a new adventure when it comes to love, especially since we've got these two cards here. Okay, I feel like you have a choice and you're choosing to go for the King of Wands energy, which is someone who's passionate, someone who's mature enough to know what they want, someone who's bold, someone who can stand next to you and not feel intimidated by your light and your power, because you are someone who is very unique and you need that a strong person by your side. Okay, you also do not need someone who's wishy-washy in their energy. Now, we do have the Queen of Wands. I mean, because we've got a match here, my guides want you to be aware, side by side, real power couple for you and this new person who's coming on in, okay? So even though you are an air element and this is a fire element, this just tells me that this is a very passionate connection where two people completely match each other's energy and are looking in the same direction, wanting the same things, okay? You actually spur each other on, you challenge each other in a perfect way, and it's a very spirited relationship that is exciting. It means that both of you will never be complacent with each other, and you make sure that you've got each other's back. Excuse me, I've got a bit of asthma and it's pretty bad on some days. Even though I'm controlling it, sometimes I lose my voice a little bit because of the medication I take. So just so you're aware, whenever I keep doing that, I'm just going to move on now. Queen of Wands energy. You were learning a real lesson about confidence. You are so attractive, my beautiful Gemini. And it's not about aesthetics, because you're beautiful both inside and out. Male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about you standing in your power and learning to love those parts of yourself that perhaps has taken a long time for you to love, and realize that you are unique and that is your superpower, okay? This is a card of magnetism. So it does mean that you are actually in a very powerful position right now where you're going to notice a lot of people noticing you, and you're attracting a mate who finds you incredibly attractive, let's put it that way, and magnetic. And there's a lot of sensuality between you and this new person, okay? Now, they're showing me that you are changing a cycle, and from now on, you're lucky in love. You will be lucky in love, okay? So if you feel that you've had a run of bad luck when it comes to love, that is all about to change for you. In the near position, we have the Judgment card. So a lot of you have been really focused on your life's purpose, your true calling in life. So you may have had a lot of responsibilities on your plate, and you have not had time to really focus on looking for love. So I feel now's the time to really shift your focus, and although you're still going to be concentrating on your true prosperity path, you are also going to be focused a little bit more on finding love, because that is actually an act of self-love in itself, okay? Now, the Judgment card is a card of second chances. So for some of you, you may have felt that all is lost when it comes to love, but the universe is going to prove you wrong. The universe is actually giving you, another chance at love. There are infinite possibilities for you to find love, so don't think that your chances are over. It doesn't matter what age you are, love will find a way to find you. If you are attracting it and you believe, then you will receive. The Judgment card also indicates really listen to your hunches, because sometimes your guides are trying to nudge you in a certain direction so that you take a path to meet this new person. So if suddenly you wake up one morning and you're like, you know what, I've got a real desire to take a different route to work today, then pay close attention to that hunch, because it means your guides are trying to set you up or orchestrate a meeting between you and a person. Same with if you suddenly desire to learn more about how to paint, or how to, play volleyball, or whatever it is that you have a desire to really do. Your guides are giving you a nudge that you will meet a person in those circumstances. Again, if you get an invitation that normally you would not take, I feel you'll suddenly feel compelled, you know what, why not? I'm just going to go for it. That's where you will find your love, when you find a spontaneous moment to do something for you that is going to be a little bit more out of your norm or out of your comfort zone. Some of you may join the gym suddenly, or, you may take yourself away on a spiritual retreat or a sporting retreat in some way. Now, that Two of Cups, the song did not come up again when I touched it, but the song is coming up again now, so I will give it to you. One moment, please. Oh, I know this song for sure, and it has come up before, maybe about a couple of years ago in a reading. So maybe even for your sign, I'm not sure, but it's coming up, so I'll give it to you. I need some love like I've never needed love before. Oh, I didn't catch that little bit. It was really muffled. I had a little love. Now I'm back for more. Okay, there's a double meaning there, okay, with this card. So I understand. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. So on one hand, I feel like you are ready to get back into the love dating game, because the Judgment card is a card of renewal. It can be that you are renewed in your motivation to go and seek love or put yourself in a circumstance to find love, okay? But the Judgment card can be a card of second chances, or someone that you were connected to in the past wants a second chance. And that song, I think it's called Two Become One by the Spice Girls, if I'm not mistaken. That's my memory, that part, but they're only giving me the lyrics of the song that I just gave you, okay? Now, this may be relevant because you may hear that song in the next 6 weeks. When you hear that song, it indicates that you're closer to meeting love than ever before, okay? So just watch out for that. It could play when you go on a new date with somebody. It could play in the mall, and you're about to meet someone. You may not meet that person in the mall, but it means you're about to meet somebody, okay? So pay attention to the signs and symbols that you're given in this reading, because they mean something in your everyday, okay? I'm just going to pull a card on the Judgment card just to see if this is a resurgence of someone from the past, because this is in the near future. This could be someone that you think of from time to time, but you're actually detached from that situation, or you've closed out a cycle to that person because you feel like it leads nowhere. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know about this Judgment card? The Lover's card. You have a choice. So they are indicating that there is a potential for someone from the past to come on in. You've got a lot of baggage with this person. There's a lot of history with this person. But this person makes you feel exhausted. You're frustrated. You're looking for new. Okay, so that's what I've got coming through. The Lover's card, you did love this person. And there may be aspects of yourself that still loves this person in some way. But it's not something you want to revisit. With this card basically used to be called a choice card. So I get a sense here that you are wanting love, you want a soulmate, but you feel that a person from the past is just a lot of baggage. Now, some of you may not hear from this person, but you may be sorting through that baggage and ending a cycle with that person. Okay, because the Ten of Wands actually means you've been a very, very strong person and you've gone through a lot of difficult experiences in love, and you've been burdened by disappointment and sadness and a feeling of being let down in love. You may have also felt that you always had to do the heavy lifting in relationships, but you're not going to be disappointed anymore. We've got someone new coming on in, someone who is exciting to be with. This is someone who's really fun, okay? The Fool card indicates your first steps towards a new life, taking a chance on love again and opening yourself up to that leap of faith. So, I mean, some of you may hear from a person in the past, but it just feels like the same old history, the same old cycle. And I feel like you're bored and frustrated and you're trying to burn the bridge to that past because you're clearing space for new beginnings, okay? Now, your advice to yourself in this moment, the Two of Swords, you feel very stagnant. You feel nothing is happening and you really can't see how love can even come into your life. But the universe has a way of orchestrating things behind the scenes, okay? Now, they are reminding me of a situation, and if you've heard this before, I do apologize. It has come up before in another reading, but they're giving it to me, so I have to give it to you, okay? They're indicating a person who was in World War II. They came over to, I think they came over to the UK, and they were in a gallery. Okay, and they stopped by a certain painting and they were just contemplating this painting, and a person joined them and they struck up a conversation, and they both realized that they actually came from, I think one came from Poland and I think the other one was from Germany. I'm not 100% on those details, but both of them during World War II, they got displaced and they actually came to the UK, and they found themselves in front of a painting, having a discussion about the painting, and they struck up a love relationship just from that conversation over this painting. And they both found, actually, they had similar journeys in two very fraught countries, fraught with energy, fraught with war. And they both came to a country where they found each other. They found true love. They got married. So even war and being from different countries and from displacement and difficult circumstances, love will find a way. So I feel it's very important for you to realize that when the universe says the time is right, it will orchestrate. Nothing will get in the way of love. So I just want you to be aware of that. But the Two of Swords indicates that you are about to discover new lands, because as you can see here, there's wonderful territory in the background that is yet to be explored. So you're coming out of your comfort zone. As I said, you're doing things a little bit differently, because if you always do what you always did, you're always going to get what you always got. And the Two of Swords indicates that this person is using their intuition, and I feel like you are honing your instincts at this time. And with the Two of Swords, I feel like you are trying to create balance in your life. And although things seem very certain right now, especially when you've got the World card there as well, it can indicate that there are a different set of circumstances that you need to think about regarding love going forward. Especially since we've gone through a major pandemic, you may be thinking about lots of different dynamics that were not there before. It was difficult to find love before the pandemic, and now it's going to be even more difficult, you may be thinking. But the universe will actually pair you with the right person at the right time. But you may be feeling cautious about the circumstances. It depends on where you are in the world. Some places have got some restrictions still, some places do not. Some people are going to feel a little bit more hesitant than others when it comes to getting out there and meeting someone new. Take it at your own pace, because whatever is meant for you will never ever pass you by, okay? Now, we do have external circumstances as the Four of Swords. So right now you're in a solitary energy to really quieten your mind, to find healing, but also to find your way through meditation. All the answers you seek are within you. With the Four of Swords, this is a card of taking some time out of the dating pool in order to get clear on what you want, but most importantly, to activate unconditional love for yourself. The Four of Swords is actually a card of preparation. Okay, it can mean that you're protected during a withdrawal so that you can charge up your batteries and find a way back to be motivated to find love again. As you can see with that Four of Swords, this figure is wearing a suit of armor. So I feel like you are protecting your heart at this time because of previous experiences. But this new person who's coming on in, I mean, the fact that they gave me that song, Two Become One, I feel like you are going to meet someone who wants to break down your defenses, who wants to get to know you in a way where no one else knows you. They want to love all those aspects of yourself that you perhaps feel have never been loved by people in the way that you'd hoped for. So I feel that this new love is all-consuming, but in a very healthy way. Now, your hope and fear here is the Ace of Cups. So you're hoping for love to come on in, but that is what you're attracting at this time, okay? So basically what you've got is the universe delivering an opportunity for you to find love, and it becomes a union. It starts to materialize on the physical plane. So with this cup of love, I feel there is, an offer or someone being orchestrated or brought into your immediate circumstances for you to explore a connection with this person. This is a very romantic love. This is someone that will lead to a higher level of commitment. This person understands you and sees you in the way that perhaps you've never been seen before. And it will turn into a coupledom. It will turn into a loving union between two people. And it'll bring a lot of peace as well, okay? Now, they're actually showing me something very interesting in the water. Okay, they're showing me, I'm not here to, how can I put that? I'm not here to promote anybody's product or anything like that, but they're showing me a very well-known sporting brand that has like a tick. Okay, I think they call it a swoosh or something like that. Okay, it connects to Nike, the goddess of victory. Okay, I think the brand is the same name, but I'm not really, as I said, I'm not really here to promote anybody's product. I feel that this is relevant. This will be a sign or a symbol that you will see over the next 6 weeks. I mean, even the new person that you meet, they could, if they're an athlete, they could be sponsored by this brand, or perhaps they're wearing an item of clothing. Maybe they've even got the image as a tattoo if you like tattoos. But I mean, it could also mean that, that actual image is modeled on the goddess Nike's wings, the sound and speed and movement. Okay, so I feel that this relationship that's coming on in, I feel it is organic in its pace. It's not too fast, but at the same time, you and this person, you will make a commitment together, because when you know, you know. And I feel you may get into a relationship with this person a little bit quicker than you normally would with other people. And that's not to say that you're not building a solid foundation, because I feel like you are. It's just this person, there's no games with this person. You know where you stand with this person. So I feel like you skip the part where people are sussing each other out. Like, is this going to be something? Is it not? Do they like me in the way that I like them? Do they not? I feel like you're going to skip that stage, because you and this person, you just know as soon as you meet each other, okay? Now, the fear in this position, also, just to let you know, that symbol, you may see it around in the next 6 weeks. It also indicates that love is close by, okay? Now, also the Ace of Cups in this position indicates that you fear separation, or that you have had a past disappointment in love and you fear that there will be a repetitive cycle, but there won't be. This is a new person who will want to walk the journey of life with you. This person does never want to disappoint you. This person wants to make an effort in a relationship. They're honest, and they are someone who is faithful and would work hard in a relationship to keep it alive and spontaneous and exciting. They don't want to take love for granted, is what I'm hearing. Now, as an outcome energy, we got the Justice card, which is very important because it means you're making adjustments, or you're in a period of transition where you know you need to make some changes. This is a card really of being fair and being logic, and sort of making a decision to take action and put yourself in a circumstance to find love. Also, I feel there's an invitation coming. for you. So pay close attention to any invitations, because this will lead to you being in a circumstance to meet new love. Now, you or this person, you could work within the services, or this person may have worked in the services before. So whether you're retired or not, I feel that this is a person who is has a sense of justice about them. They are a real humanitarian. They may even do humanitarian work, or a lot of charity work is what's coming through. So they're a really good egg, this person. Also, with the Justice card, this indicates that you have a contract and you're due some really good karma. So this indicates you're going to get a win-win situation here. Okay, you find a solution to your situation and you come out of a comfort zone and you liberate yourself from this stagnant energy that's in your love life at the moment. Now also we got the Nine of Swords. Okay, so the Nine of Swords indicates sometimes you're feeling a little bit anxious and you may feel that you can't see how love is going to come on in, and sometimes it may haunt you, or there's something from your past that may haunt you. But this new person, they're going to love every part of your journey. Be your wonderful authentic self, okay, and you will see that love really exists on a level that you've never experienced before. I'm going to pull a card on this Nine of Swords, because the Nine of Swords basically indicates that you're also changing the way that you think about yourself. There's a call to faith here, okay? Be a little bit more gentle in the way that you describe yourself and your confidence, because sometimes we can fear love. Sometimes we can fear that another person can hurt us. So it's better to keep the armor on so that we keep our defenses up and not let anyone in. But actually the only thing that you're protecting and preventing is you're protecting your heart, but you're preventing true love to come on in. So I feel like you are trying to close cycles when it comes to past situations that may have not gone in your favor. This new person is true blue. They will never let you down. Okay, now we do have a Six of Cups. At grassroots, Six of Cups indicates the universe is sending you a gift of a person, someone who is loving, someone who is going to activate that childlike spirit of yours, where, you know, it's like first love, it's like childlike love, it's like the beginning of intimacy, okay? But this card indicates also that you're going to return to the good old days of what you believe were love, but there may be moments of nostalgia where you think back to a past situation, or either, an old flame comes back into your life, but they're asking you to choose the person who makes the effort. Choose the person who says what they're going to do and then does it. Actions speak louder than words. I do feel like there is a bit of a choice happening here for you, where you will have to choose between a past situation and a present, but the majority energy I've got coming up here for you all is that you're already choosing a new person. You don't want the past, okay? The Knight of Pentacles indicates that yes, you've waited a long time, but this person who's coming on in is traditional. They want a loving, faithful relationship, and they want a relationship that goes towards either marriage or settling down or moving in with each other. So if these are the things that you're looking for, there's definitely a person who's coming on in that will give you what you desire, and you will give them what they desire also. The Six of Pentacles indicates that it is good karma time for you. It indicates the universe is going to send you an unexpected surprise, and this is going to be in the form of a person who is a real gem, a real gift. I mean, maybe because they just gave me the words a real gem, maybe this person also has Gemini in their chart. I'm seeing some Leo energy here. I'm also seeing some Libra. I'm seeing some Scorpio, Aries as well. But there could be a little bit of Taurian and Aquarius as well. So they may have placements in all of those areas. Doesn't mean they are sun, moon, or rising, but it can mean they have strong placements in those areas and strong influences there too. But if you felt the universe has left you out, the universe is very much going to show you that now it's your turn. Now it's your turn to receive, okay? So I feel like you could meet this person. There's definitely an invitation. It could also be connected to a sporting event, or some sort of travel or retreat where there is some activity that goes on there, something that really excites you, something that makes you feel passionate, somewhere where you invest your energy into it, okay? That's where you'll meet this new person. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Your guides have been teaching you the lesson of discernment, okay? The lesson of discernment, to be careful of who you let into your life, because those people who rob you of your peace of mind, or people who drain you of your energy, they're not meant for you. You may have noticed that you shine bright, my beautiful Gemini, and therefore people who cannot shine bright all by themselves tend to be attracted to your energy, and they come on in. They may not mean to drain you of your energy, but they come in for fixing or healing, and they love being with you because you are a sanctuary. You offer them peace of mind. But once they are, built up in their confidence, or they've recharged their batteries, you may find that sometimes they move on to the next, either their projects or their career, and they, you boost their confidence, you boost their ego, and then they're moving on. So if you've noticed a pattern like that in your life, you're being guided to really connect to your intuition and your inner compass so that you can be more discerning about the company that you keep and the energy that you give when it comes to love, okay? Now, they are showing me, they're really highlighting, okay, yeah, Leo energy for sure, Taurus energy, a little bit of Libra as well there. So they are giving me that energy, a little bit of Sagittarian energy as well, okay? But it's about connecting to your inner compass. And also we've got the card of peace. So this means that you are going to settle down with someone. You're going to feel open and vulnerable with this new person, which is wonderful because this person gets to know the real you, and you're going to get to know the real them as well. So I feel this is the start of a new journey, a new beginning that brings a lot of harmony, passion, excitement into your life. And I feel you and this new person are a real power couple, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. Okay. Look at that. We've got the wheel, which basically means you are the master or the mistress of your own destiny, but also fate is intervening to put you in the right circumstances to meet this new person, okay? So you are being divinely guided to meet this union. It is a fated relationship. Also, we've got the heart. Now, the heart, of course, is a very complex thing, but I feel like you are attracting love at this time, and this new person is a meeting of minds as well as a meeting of hearts. And oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Look at the synchronicities here. There's two hearts. There's two swirls, two hearts in this heart. And my guides just said two become one. That's literally the song that they gave earlier, right? So there's literally two hearts in that one heart. Now, I close my eyes when I pick the trinkets, and of course you can't see that. You do have to trust me on that, I'm afraid. But I'm loving that synchronicity, okay? I may even call this reading that. So I will leave that there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Gemini. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini. Love and light.